What's going on, everybody? Rafi here over in Nonantum Boxing in Newton, Mass, just right outside of Boston. Today, I'm just going to go through a lot of mobility and flexibility. Personally, on days that I'm achy, sore, tight, I can spend anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes with a client on just stretching, mobility. I think it's a very important part. The thing that I tell a lot of my clients is we're no good to each other if I push you and you get hurt. Because then you're gonna spend less time with me, less time working on yourself. So, my philosophy is the more you could stretch, the more you could ease tension and achiness in your muscles, the better. So, with that said, I always encourage everybody to go anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes of just kind of warming up your body. That can be anywhere from a jump rope, a jog, ladder drills, what have you. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little active stretching, and then from there, we're going to go use the foam roller, and then I'm going to go through my deep stretch techniques that I use with a lot of my clients. So here we go. If you are choosing to warm up your body with active stretching, I would typically do shoulder width apart. I'm going to reach up, going to get my shoulders by my ears. I'm going to try to get a stretch over at the waist, the front of the hips, the abs. Then I'm going to reach down to my toes. Gonna get my elbows inside my legs. Grab the toes, squat down, chest up. Try to get that back flat if you can. Some people may not be able to, and that's fine. And then hold on to the toes, stick your butt up. All right, we're gonna do that about 5 more times. Reach up and make sure you are breathing. Down, butt down, chest up. Holding on to your toes, elbows on the inside. Hold on to your toes, stick your butt up. All right, keep going at your own pace. Grab toes, butt down, chest up. Lift the butt up. All right. Keep going. And again, right now, I'm just trying to get the body nice and warm. I got one more, I believe. All right, now I'm going to grab the legs, work a little bit of balance as well. Grab the legs, stand tall, put it down nice, slow, and in control, and alternate. And again, you don't have to go at my pace. And if you lose your balance, you lose your balance. Try again. All right, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to grab the bottom. You can grab your ankle. I like to grab here. I get more control of my limb. And again, stand tall. Put the leg down slow and in control. All right, I'm going to lift the toe up. Try to get that stretch in the back of the legs. If you can't touch your toe, that's perfectly fine. Keep that leg nice and straight. Try to get that stretch. That's the goal. All right, I'm going to go back to the upper body. You got 3 options here. You could just reach, go back and forth at your own pace. You can grab the arm and pull. Straighten the arm out, pull to the opposite side, or you can grab the elbow and pull. or you can do all three. All right, going back to the lower body. All right, I'm gonna get my shoulder by my ear. I'm gonna grab the leg, I'm gonna hinge forward. You can bend the bottom knee and then you alternate. You should bend your bottom knee. All right, so I feel pretty warm. You can prolong this if you want, and again, you can do jump rope, you can light jog, what have you. Whatever you need to do, feel free to do that to get the blood flowing in your body. From there, I like to have my clients foam roll. So typically what I do is, and again, there's no set structure that you have to do this, but what I like to start off is putting this in the middle of my back or in the middle of my client's back. All right. If you have a short foam roller, that's fine. Just make sure that your head is on the foam roller. And then typically what I say is I like people to do snow angels. So keeping the limbs on the ground. For some people this is very challenging. And keep going, long limbs. And for the sake of time, I'm going to cut everything short, but anywhere between 8 and 12 reps is fine. Occasionally I like to have them touch their elbows, drop the limbs down. All right. Now we roll the back. If you have a hoodie, tuck it in so you don't choke yourself in the foam roller chokes you up. You got two options here. You can get your hands over your heads like you're riding a roller coaster, or you can hug yourself. And you're gonna walk the feet. And so when you get to your shoulders, you're lifting up, you're trying to dig into those shoulders. And then you're going to roll all the way to the lower back. And again, move side to side. See what feels tight. See what doesn't feel good. All right. A little self-awareness right now is very beneficial. All right. So from there, we foam roll the lats. Encourage everybody to extend that hand out. Try not to keep it down. I got my opposite foot, my right foot. This is my left hand. My right foot's on the ground. I'm going to lift my hip off the ground, and I'm going to roll the lat. The side of the back. Eesh. Very tight. Very tight. Go to the other side. And again, prolong this if you feel like some muscles need more time, energy, and attention than others. Now I'm doing my right side. Left leg's on the ground. My hip is off the ground. From there, I like to do the butt. So my butt cheeks are on the ground. I'm going to do my right side first. I'm going to get my right ankle on top of my left knee. I'm going to lean to that side. And I'm going to try to get the hip. Try to get the whole butt cheek. Personally, this is one of my favorites. All right, then I switch it up. What you do on one side, you got to do on the other. One side is most likely going to be tighter than the other. And again, if you need to spend a little more time, energy, and attention, that's fine. If you're following this video, feel free to pause. And then, once you feel like you worked on that area a little more, go back to the video. Sorry, so now I'm doing the back of my legs, the hamstring. Roll that. I like to encourage to move your ankle up, down, side to side, see if you get a different feel. Then we go to the calf. On that same side, this is my left leg. Again, move side to side, up, down. See if anything new comes up. And then again, what you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So now I'm in my right calf. All right, going to my left hamstring, a right hamstring now. Again, I am powering through this because for me it's more about demonstration than anything else. All right, so I've done my back, my upper body. Now I'm going to the front and the side. All right, for a lot of people, this is the toughest one, that IT band. So you got two ways to do this. I'm on my left elbow. My left leg is on the foam roller. You can put the right leg over your left leg and help you guide that leg. You're gonna try to get from the hip and stop before you get to the knee. All right, and for, like I said, a lot of people, this is probably the hardest foam rolling muscle area. All right, so you can do it like this. If you're up for it and you want to intensify it, you put both legs on top. Yeesh. Good. I'm going to do that left leg now. Now isolate it so it's on one leg, it's not on both. I'm going to roll the quad now. All right, and then I'm going to the other side. I'm going to start with the quad on my right leg. And then I'm going to my right IT band. And again, if you want to intensify, put the leg on top of the other one and have the upper body guide you. All right, so we've now foam rolled the body. Next up, I always like to start with the hips because you know, if you're doing anything athletic related, a lot of it stems from being in an athletic stance, being low, ready to do something. In boxing, that means this. In basketball, if you're in a defensive slide, that means that. In football, if you're a wide receiver, you know, I can go on and on. Most sports, you want to get in a ready/athletic stance. So, we're going to start with the hips. So, I'm going to encourage my clients to get on the back. If, for whatever reason, your head does not reach the ground because you are really tight, you can use a foam roller, a yoga block, a pillow, where depending on where you are, put it behind your neck so that you're not struggling with your neck. All right, your neck should be comfortable in this. If you don't need it, that's fine. All right, so what I'm typically ask everybody is start with your feet on the ground, feet are shoulder width apart. I'm gonna put my right ankle on my left knee. Right ankle's on my left knee. Now I'm going to have my right hand going between my right leg and my left leg. And then my left hand is going to come around and I'm going to grab the shin. Now, a lot of people can't do the shin. You can grab the hamstring. That's perfectly fine. So again, for the sake of time, we're going to be here for a couple of minutes, a couple seconds. Make sure you're breathing through it. See if you can relax any muscles. All right, and then from there, I tell them to keep their legs the same way. You just want to release your hands. Now my right ankle and right foot is going to go to the left side. All right, I try to get this, if you can, I try to get my left leg on the ground as well. With my left hand, I'm going to grab my right ankle. My right hand is extending nice and long and straight behind me. All right, just to give you a different look. So the left hand is grabbing the ankle. And I'm going to force, if I'm with my client, I put my hand a little further away from their knee, and I ask them to force their knee away from me. So I'm going to push this knee away from my body. And I get to deepen the stretch on my hip. Some people, they get on the side. Everybody's different, but as long as you're feeling a stretch, that's what you want. All right, from here, I'm going to drop my right foot, my right knee down. I'm going to use my left hand and put it on top. And then if you can, that's totally fine. But if you can, with my right hand, I'm going to grab my left ankle. I'm going to force it away. I'm going to try to open my, get my shoulders to point straight up to the ceiling. And again, breathe into it. Try to relax as many muscle groups as possible. Good. And again, when you do on one side, you do on the other. So feet on the ground, shoulder width apart. I can reach with my fingertips. I can reach my heels. And again, if you can. Some people, they're too tight. So now I'm going to get my left ankle on my right knee. This is actually my tighter side. I may need this, so we'll see. And then again, my left hand is going to go between my left leg and my right leg. And my right hand is going to come around on my shin. And breathe into it. All right, keep the legs the way they are. Let go with your hands. Now my left foot is going to go to the right side. Foot is on the ground, right leg is on the ground. I'm going to extend my left hand nice and long. With my right hand, I'm going to grab my left ankle. And I'm going to force my knee away from me. And again, breathing is fundamental. All right, I'm going to push with my right hand, I'm going to push my left knee down casually. You don't have to force it. And then with my left hand, I'm going to grab my right knee. And again, I'm trying to get my shoulders to look straight ahead, to point to the ceiling. Next thing I have my clients do is I have them put their feet together, drop their knees down, casually get a nice comfortable groin stretch. If you want to do a butterfly stretch here, that's totally fine. A lot of the times, a lot of back issues stem from tight hamstrings, tight groin, and tight calves. All right. Then we can flip it over. So we're going to flip it over. If you've done yoga before, I like to get everybody in a Sphinx Pose. So elbows are under your shoulders. Just to add a little extra and make it a little less casual, I encourage everybody's head to point to the ceiling to relax the muscles around the abs, the butt, the neck, and the ears. Get the ears away from the shoulders. If this is intense, you want to stay here. If it's not, if you want to add more to that lower back, maybe abs, Peel the upper body, relax the back, relax the abs, relax the core. And if you think you can add more to this, with the tops of your toes on the ground, get the whole body off the ground. All right, from here, again, using some of the yoga that I've learned over the years, I'm going to get into a child's pose. So, just to give you a rear view, toes are touching, knees are wide, sit on your heels, head goes straight down, arms are straight. Again, side view, toes are touching, knees are wide, sit on my heels, don't curl your toes, head's gonna go straight down, and then I'm gonna walk my hands forward. All right. Now I'm going to ask my clients, typically I ask them to go back on their stomach. Make a pillow with one of your hands. I'm going to start with my right quad. I'm going to grab the ankle. I'm going to make a pillow with the other hand, and I'm forcing my right heel to touch my butt if I can get there. If it's really too tight, what I want you to do is try to kick your own butt to loosen up that front leg muscle. And we switch. All right, and if you're up for it, that's it, that's all you can do, great. If you're up for it, you grab both and you kick into your hands and deepen that stretch. Always encourage windshield wiping your feet side to side. All right. Last one on the ground. That is. This is a big groin stretch. Some people feel it on the groin, some people feel it on the back. It depends on where your tightness, your achiness, muscles, every body is different, so you may feel a little bit different areas. So, I'm going to give you multiple views here. I'm going to widen my knees as wide as possible. My knee and my ankle are in a straight line. My toes are pointing towards the outsides. All right, for some people, this is it. This is enough. All right, if you're up for it, go on your elbows. Walk the elbows forward. Walk the elbows down so that forces your butt to go towards your heels. And every time, try to get a little deeper. All right, for some people, their knees may be way too sensitive. If that is the case, I encourage you to get a yoga mat. Depending on where you are, fold the yoga mat over so you have a little more cushion on the knees. All right, so that's view number one. View number two. Again, I'm widening my knees as wide as I can get them. Knee and ankle in a straight line. Toes are pointing straight. If you're here and you feel it's intense, stay there. If not, go on your elbows. Yeesh. Push the butt down. Walk the elbows forward. Push the butt down. Walk the elbows forward. And again, last angle here. Knees are wide, or as wide as I can get them. And I'm on my elbows, walk the elbows towards my butt, try to get my butt down towards my heels, and walk them forward. And again, if you need a yoga mat or some cushioning for your knees, I 100% encourage it. All right, from there, we do a little more active stretching. You know, so we do a runner's lunge. I'm going to start with my right leg. I'm going to get this right leg forward. My hands are going to go on the inside. My left leg is back. I'm going to push that leg as far back as I can. I'm trying to get this knee and ankle in a straight line. All right, so my right leg is forward. My hands are flat on the ground. With my right hand, I'm going to reach up straight to the ceiling. I'm turning my neck and I'm looking. So I get that range of motion, that mobility on my neck as well. I'm going to bend that same elbow. I'm going to force the elbow to my ankle to the ground. Option to try to force your shoulder underneath your leg. Then I'm going to lean back. All right, this is a tough one for a lot of people because we have a lot of tight hamstrings from all the sitting that we do in our society. So I'm working on trying to get this leg straight. My hands are forward, so I deepen the stretch, and then I come back to it. And I repeat. Lean back. If you can, if you want to go through that motion, you want to grab the back of the leg to deepen that stretch, go for it. So I'm using my right hand to grab my right leg. All right, to stretch the quad a little more. All right, I'm going to do one more on this side. Good, and now I'm going to go to my left side to give you a forward view. So again, my knee and my ankle in a straight line. My hands are on my inside. This is my left side now. I'm picking up my right leg and I'm moving it a little further back so I can get a stretch on that leg as well. Now my left hand is going to go up. I'm looking at my fingertips. I'm reaching towards the ceiling. Bend that left elbow. Try to get it down as low as I can. Try to get my shoulder under as best I can. Then I'm leaning back. Hands are in front, so I get that deepen that hamstring stretch. I come back. Option with my left hand, I'm going to grab my right leg. And I'm going to stretch that quad a little bit more. Put it down. Reach up. Bend that elbow. All right. So, there you have it. Typically, this is what I like to do with a lot of my clients. Again, I'm okay with spending 20, 30, and even 40 minutes with my clients doing this because I much rather prevent injury and make sure that my client's range of motion is better because ultimately, you know, for the most part, none of my clients are going to be professional athletes. And even the student athletes that do a lot of this stuff. It's more important that my clients function better throughout their life, day to day, than it is to come here and work out hard and with the potential to injure themselves and then miss time on the gym. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Rafi Rivera Wellness, thank you so much. Have a good one.